Hello, welcome to a new video here on my channel, Emmy's VIP Life. Feel free to like, subscribe, share this video, and feel free to check out my Instagram. So today I went to a session at Delapre Abbey with the Living History group, and it was a really good session, just as good as the first one that I did. And actually, if you want to have a look at the video I did on that, that'll be in the description below. So this one was all about the time of the Tates. So it was like 1700s, and basically like when the Tate family was living there, and also the Civil War. So we had a discussion about different clothing, the clothing that both male and females would wear at the time period. So ladies wouldn't have like underwear apart from stockings and like a shift or kind of chemise kind of thing. And then they would have petticoats, because basically back then it was really cold both in the winter and the summer. So their summer stuff would still be like really warm. Right, we all be hand stitch from whatever material they had. So a lot of it was wool. But yeah, so there was last facts that you could touch. There was the box that they kept all the sewing bits in. They had a really nice kind of embroidered pattern of a butterfly on the inside. So that was really nice, and there was like little scissors and a thimble and things like that. And also he was telling us about the weapons and stuff that man would wear when travelling. So it would take you a long time to travel to places. For example, because they were travelling on horseback, it would take them like 3 days to get to London from Delapre. Because you say he was member of the parliament, he was MP for Northampton. So he would go to Delapre in the summer and be in London in the winter. Because in the summer they thought there was more plague and stuff around and smell around from the Thames, so they were at their own estates in the summer. But the Parliament would close longer, so they wouldn't go back till like October. But yeah, so weapon stuff. So they'd have the horse pistols, so they'd have 2 pistols with like the cannonballs. And there were different size ones. So there was a really little one, and then there was a medium size one and a bigger one. But also there was the sword as well that they would carry. And that had 2 kind of hooks on it that you could hook the reins over. So if you wanted to steer the horse to the right but still use your sword, because you couldn't turn the reins in your right hand and wield a sword at the same time. So they hooked over this hook on the sword, so when you lift the sword up it would then move the reins. Or if you wanted the horse to lift its sword up and smash him back down, then you could pull that by hooking the reins over the sword when you lift the sword up. So it's really quite clever. Also back then nothing was wasted. So there was a use for everything. So for example, the clothing that people wore, so for example in a house like Delapre, the clothing would be handed down to servants. So all the servants had good clothing and good food, because Jesus Tate wanted to make sure that his people were well looked after. Also, for example, something like urine, which today we just flush down the toilet, had loads of uses back then. So they'd evaporate it and take the potassium nitrate out of it, and poor people would use that as salt because they couldn't afford normal salt. They'd use stale urine to wash their clothes. They'd use it to extract stuff out of it to make gunpowder. They'd drink it. So and also doctors could look at it and taste it to see if someone was unwell. They could, they could taste and look at the urine to see its colour and its smell and its taste to then judge of, to basically diagnose how poorly someone was. So yeah, really very clever. And also something as simple as like someone being poorly and being sick would then be used to feed chickens. So that's the thing, nothing was wasted, it was all used. There was a use for everything. But yeah, so today was a really, really brilliant session. I'm really glad I went, and yeah, it was just a great time. But yeah, so I really enjoy history, so I really enjoyed this session. I can't wait to do the next one. Thanks for listening, I'll see you guys next one. Bye.